Thank you for joining us and a warm welcome to the program. Fury, dismay, and perhaps unbelievable, but these are some of the words that have been used as Nigerians react to the reports by a government official blaming a mysterious snake for missing funds of about $100,000. The funds belong to Nigeria's Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, a state agency responsible for the registration and admission of people seeking to enter the country's various universities.
The incident was recorded at the agency's offices in Makurudi, capital of Benue State, where an accounts clerk is answering audit queries, said her housemaid and a fellow employee had confessed to using a snake to spiritually steal the money she kept in an office vault. Philomena Chiese told JAMB registrar and his team that she could not account for the 36 million naira, which is $100,000 she made in previous years before the abolition of scratch cards. Without great surprise, the news became viral on social media in Nigeria and beyond over the weekend. We at Africanews have gone through the internet and selected some of the most powerful reactions on Twitter. At Uche has posted a pretty evocative photo on his Twitter account. You will see it as it appears on your screen. It is a mouth, literally a gap, photo accompanied by an equally comic text. When Moses' snake in the Bible that swallowed only 2 snakes hears that another snake swallowed 36 million naira cash. And then another reaction, less sarcastic but just as critical, that of Femi Fani-Kayode, former Nigerian aviation minister and fervent tractor of the current government, who wrote, "Fast tracks drove the president out of his office. Then cows took over our streets, schools, homes, farms, place of worship and presidential villa. Now a snake has swallowed 36 million naira. What type of mysterious plague and strange evil has Kawari brought upon our nation?"
And Atalim Bello says the snake that swallows 36 million naira, Jack the snake, the richest snake in Benue State. You can see the picture right there on your screen showing a depiction of a snake with a fat belly there. Favor on Yoziri tweets the dictionary meaning of the word snake, says a treacherous or deceitful person, it tweets. Well, away from the tweets now, Awa Musa is the executive director of the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, a non-governmental advocacy group in Nigeria. Awa joins us now live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. Awa, straight to the point. We just read our tweet from some Nigerians there. Obviously, to blame a snake for missing funds goes overboard. But to have the audacity of using this as an excuse of losing taxpayers' money says a lot about the management of public funds, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as a matter of fact, this shows you how deep corruption and corrupt people have found another strategy to divert attention and confuse the general public. It's not like snake. Some people stole this money and they need to be, arrested and prosecuted for, for the corruption they have involved themselves in, and even for lying to the nation and the whole world. This is very ridiculous, and we hope that government will, go after these people, not only to arrest them, but to recover the money they have claimed the so-called snake has eaten. There's nothing like snake. It is the snake. They are the snake, that they turn themselves, into snake by stealing this money and now providing this kind of ridiculous justification.
You say there's no snake and that they are the snake. Well, she did not say that they weren't a snake. I think the difference here is that she claims the snake was used to steal the money, just to report her verbatim. Anyways, JAMB has suspended the staff who gave this excuse, but more money is being allegedly swindled in several other sectors of the Nigerian economy. What would be the more appropriate course of action to help fight corruption and mismanagement of funds in Nigeria?
The absence of accountability in many places is the root cause of this problem. Second, the lack of strong sanction and penalty is what is also giving this impunity to rise. The present administration, we acknowledge they are doing very well to do with the corruption, but I think they need to double effort, and be able not to spare anybody that is involved in this kind of scandalous corruption. So government must, double its effort on that to do with the issue of corruption and impunity in Nigeria, and also the general public must also begin to distance themselves from such kind of people surrounding around them, who are actually looting public funds that is meant for everybody, for development. This money are meant to help, provide, institutional strengthening, to help, provide, development so that, our hospitals, our roads, our, educational system can be, improved. Right now, the quality of, infrastructure has, collapsed because of this systematic stealing and looting that the public officials are doing. So we think that it is necessary that the government comes up very strong on anybody, found, guilty.
Oh, well, it is important to note that the Nigerian government says that the economy is back on track, that it is recovering from its recession. But we want to know, what's the cultural aspect of corruption in Nigeria, especially on an economy that's said to be recovering?
Well, I think what's happening is that in the last 5 years, people are very comfortable with the corruption and looting. In fact, the more you loot, the more you steal, the more you get recognized in the last administration. And now the current administration came, and one of their motto is fighting corruption. And as they are fighting corruption, so many powerful corrupt people are also fighting back. So I think the government must be focused, the government must be strategized, the government must work with different stakeholders, civil society, community leaders, religious leaders, other, government institutions to ensure that, corruption is actually, fought and, stopped in Nigeria, and also making sure that the legal system, the judiciary, which is one of the major important institutions of government that can support anti-corruption, which appears not to be proactive, in terms of their disposition in terms of fighting corruption. They need to be, put on board. The same thing also with the legislature. The legislature, need to be brought on board in the fight against corruption. So the legislature and the judiciary, and executive arm of the government must all work together to ensure that, we have a strong anti-corruption strategy in the country.
And that many Nigerians, as seen from their tweets, seem to be yearning for. This is where we have to leave it. Many thanks indeed for speaking with us this morning. Awa Musa, Executive Director of the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, speaking to us there from Abuja, Nigeria's capital.
On quitte le Nigeria à présent pour aller voir ce qui se passe du côté du reste du continent dans le journal de l'Afrique.
Now next is the African Journal.